Good morning. It is early morning. I have a little bit of time before work. And I have really just, I'm filming on my camera too, by the way, instead of my phone. Usually I use my phone just because it's easier, but I keep looking at new cameras and I'm like, I don't need a new camera. I should just use the camera that I have. So here I am. I'm trying this out. We'll see how it turns out. But it's early morning, it's Friday before work. Lately, I feel like I do this thing when I try something new and I do the new thing for a little bit and then I'm like, cool, I got it. And then for some reason, I just like quit. And I don't want to do that. Like my whole goal is to like make, I want to start my art practice again, right? I want to make this something sustainable, not really sustainable. I just want to keep going. I just want to keep doing it. I don't want to give up. So I'm trying to stay conscious of that and like be aware and like on the lookout for my behaviors like that. And so, yeah, early morning before work, I've been really frustrated with feeling like I don't have enough time to do the things that I want to do. And like to a certain extent, yes, that's correct. But in reality, like if you want to try something new, okay, I was sharing my chair with Oliver, but he's decided he wants to go on his own now. There you go. I feel a lot of the times like at the end of the day, I'll be really frustrated because it's like, I spend almost 9 hours at my desk, right? Doing work for my day job. And like I work from home and that, that has its advantages, right? Like I don't have a commute. I don't have to worry about, really spending a long time getting ready in the morning or getting unready in the afternoon, like it's all like that aspect that like before work and after work, I feel when you have to physically go in and like be around people, I don't have to worry about. On top of that, I get breaks throughout the day. I get my little short breaks and then I get my lunch break. And then, after work, usually my routine is I decompress and then I start cooking dinner and then I eat dinner, watch an episode of something with my husband, and then we go to bed. And like I go to bed early because I wake up early. Really, I could wake up early. I do things in the morning. Sometimes I will do like morning pages. I'll write in my journal in the morning and just get my thoughts out for the day. Or, it helps to like get up and not immediately jump on my phone, or even not immediately like get up and jump into responsibilities. I got to let the dogs out. I got to feed the cat. I got to make sure the dogs have food and water. I got to take a shower, wash my face. It helps to, when I get up and I have something grounding, right? Writing in my journal before I start my day. But really, if I get up early enough, which sometimes I do, and sometimes I just lay in bed because I'm like, my bed is cozy and I don't want to move. If I get up early enough, usually I will have a good chunk of time, even if it's like 30 minutes where, sometimes I'll read a book. Sometimes I'll scroll on my phone. Sometimes I will just lay back in the bed. But really, I could get up and like utilize that time. I could get up and draw my sketchbook. Really, I don't even have to get up. If I have my sketchbook on the nightstand, baby, let's draw, And I've done that before. And like I keep my morning pages journal on my nightstand and I just write in the bed when I wake up. Like I could do that. And so really when I think about it, I have time. I just need to make the time. And make a change, think about what do I do with my time when I have it. So I think today and maybe for a few days, I want to try to show myself finding time to draw on my sketchbook or do whatever it is. So yeah. It's a little bit too late now to do anything before I have to start work, but maybe I will see you on my first break of the day. I did take my break, but I had to make a smoothie for breakfast, and that's all I had time for. So lunch break. We'll meet again. Hello, it's lunchtime. I'm on my lunch break, and I think I'm just gonna move my keyboard out the way at my desk and pop my sketchbook open and start drawing. For the past few days, I've been drawing ducks. So maybe I should give something else a shot. I wanted to draw, I like geese. Well, do I like geese? Geese are kind of mean. If you've ever been chased down by a Canada goose, you know what I mean. I don't know. We'll figure it out. My camera overheated as I was drawing, so I didn't get to record the full session, but I did it, and I drew bats. So I drew those guys, and it was very fun. Hopefully I can find some other time today to work on some stuff. That's really all this is, though, is just finding time and like setting that goal, or like saying, hey, I want to do this on my lunch break, and then like doing it and showing myself, hey, that isn't so bad, or like, hey, you have the time to do this. And I know like sketching in my sketchbook is not making an entire piece of artwork. It's not like super substantial, but I think that is the appeal. It's better to do something small than to just do nothing at all. And that rhymes. That's not intentional. I've mentioned this before, of where like I try to do something in my sketchbook and I just put like this really high stake on the result, and if I don't like it, that makes me just want to do nothing. And I think I really need to lessen the stakes and make things easier for myself, instead of like making things harder or applying pressure when there literally does not need to be any pressure whatsoever. We'll see how the rest of this exercise goes. We'll see if I do anything else today, or maybe I just wait until tomorrow, see how the weekend goes. But yeah, that's all for now. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. After my lunch break yesterday, I didn't really do much else. When I got off of work, I cleaned the house a little bit. It really needed it. I could not procrastinate that any longer. Today's Saturday. It's a little after 9. I was writing in my journal this morning, and I just felt like this frustration with myself, because this past week I haven't really done much in terms of making art. I just kind of like drawn in my sketchbook a few times. I edited and posted my last video, which was kind of difficult because I had trouble with the sound. The audio kept getting flagged as copyright, whatever. I don't know. So I'm just feeling like kind of stagnant, like I've hit this plateau. I'm just trying to figure it out. And I was thinking about, because like this whole exercise, I guess, is like finding time during the day to do art. But it's not just like during the day when I work, like weekends too. Weekends are always weird because you would think, okay, I don't have work. I have all the time in the world to paint or draw or sew or do whatever it is that I want to do. But what ends up happening, like, I don't know, I want to spend time with my family or go do things. And sometimes I have to do things like clean my house or go grocery shopping, make dinner, run errands, whatever it is. And I realized that like finding time isn't just on days where I'm like, okay, I just devoted 9 hours of my life to like my actual job. What time do I have for anything else? It's also like on weekends or my days off where I don't have that obligation, but I still need to work in this creativity lifestyle in between, like just being a human, being an adult, and taking care of things, you know? So I've been thinking about that today. Today, I'm gonna find some time. And it might be, there are some other things that like creative adjacent things that I need to do. Like my studio space is a mess. We'll see what I get into today. Yeah.